deliver Poo to Boom, make voodoo dolls with Maya, release a fish into the wild with Gil, and save Wee Gargantua. Ah, Biomutant, you never disappoint me. If you'd like to see all of this and more, join me in today's episode. Let's play! Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to give the quest to Moog, and hopefully that will let us buy the items that we need for Boom.
Moog says he's impressed. That's another monster pinned down. Moog says that thanks to you, he has the monsters mapped out now. Once he gets the word out, your friends and allies will know what and where to avoid. He guesses you're thinking the exact opposite, and you're still eager to find more.
I'm always up for killing things, as long as the monsters don't bother me. Let's go with I don't attack without reason.
Claims he can always help you come up with a reason. Moog's glad you keep coming back.
So, show me what you got. Boom Poo. And I'm gonna buy all the poo he has. I don't know why, don't ask me.
Let's hope you won't regret it.
This is the armor that I was talking about. It's kind of weird because you're naked, and it's kind of weird. This one's really freaking cool. But this one, I'm not sure. I mean, they both are cool, but the thing is, they replace, you know, the pants and the shirt, and I think that's kind of weird. We are going back to Boom to deliver him the Boom Poo, as we do in this game. It feels like a regular just a regular Tuesday, right? Put the poop away.
Boom looks excited. Can't wait to cook up a batch of special Boom sauce ammunition. Boom says that thanks to you, he's got a fresh batch of gunpowder ready to go. He's devoted his life to experimenting with various poo types for his saltpeter. That's how he came up with his special ammunition. And for as long as there's different dung in the mix, you never know what kind of boom candy you're going to end up with.
Just want the world to explode, using science for other things. Doesn't working with poo disgust you? Let's go with that one.
Says it's not his first choice, but you work with what works, right? Boom is happy.
That's an interesting idea. You
work
with what works. Let's see, show me what you've got. Consumables. Get that thing away from me. He has a lot of things here, but should we spend our money on it? I'm not sure. Some gear bits, lots of them actually. Very freaking cool. That's awesome. Ranged weapons, but only 6, and this is only 6 as well, and these are 2, so we don't really care. Now this is the reason why I wanted to show you this this quest chain. Do those things look familiar to you? Well, I hope they do, cause let me show you here. Oh, that's interesting, right? Yes, we are getting some new gloves. I like how big they are compared to my hands. There we go. Bam! The Blaze gloves. Pretty freaking cool. They're not great, if you ask me, I think. But oh well, it's a new thing that you can use. That's so freaking cool, man. And I'm not sure if it's meant to have fire only on the last few attacks, or it's some kind of a bug. But they look pretty freaking cool. And I'm gonna follow the trail. No, that's something different. Okay. Um, but I think it was pretty cool. I didn't know that these existed when I started the game. Otherwise, well, I'm not sure if I would have chosen the fire gloves over the electric gloves because of the simple fact that you don't really have a lot of fire attacks, right? You have only the dark aura fireball thingy, basically the equivalent of the lightning ball that I throw around, and then I think you only have that fire, fire dash thing. I don't even know what it's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Um, so since we finished with the quest chain, I can't believe we actually made it. We are going to try to do Maya Doom's quest chain, and the closest point to this is the H2O outpost. This is a pretty interesting area. I actually kind of like it. There's a lot of things to do, obviously, and but there's also like I don't know, lots of hills, lots of caves, lots of bridges, and level 2 water, as I call it, and it's pretty interesting to me. I think it's a bit harder to find your way through this area, and it kind of feels like an area that has harsh conditions to it, and but you still have to make do somehow, and it's full of enemies and tribes fighting and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's very cool. So, should we get the
That
green?
ex-hut,
Yeah, sure.
Maya makes her home here.
So this is the hut of Maya Doom. Best name ever. Although I do really like the Myriad Sifu's name.
Let's
He's
see.
called Flint in this playthrough. I don't know if you guys know, but he has a different name each time you play. And there are some weird names out there, but Flint I think is a really cool name. Oh, come on. Look at the the things on the wall. I actually have all of these now that I look at them. I have all 4 of them. This one, the green one, I think was the hardest one to get. So cool. Okay, well, let's talk to Maya and see what she has to say.
She figured you'd have given up by now, what with the end of the world arranged against you. She put her fate in her poppets instead.
I don't give up, my fate, your puppets. I don't give up. I like how she just keeps stabbing that door.
Thinks that
She's
giving
so
up
creepy.
isn't always up to you. Sometimes the world's bigger than your will. Now that you're here, Maya believes your fate might be bigger than she thought. The world might end you, but it won't end without you.
I like the way
You're
she
going
kind
to
of looks
save
at
the
you
world.
with
You'd better get moving. Can't
her
just
eyes
sit
half
there on
closed.
pins and needles. They'll stab right through you. Either way, she
Like that.
wishes you luck. Good, bad, or whatever you need. Asks if you ever wondered who might be pulling your strings and what might happen if you decided to pull back.
I trust my fate, no one controls me.
That's what all puppets think, though, don't they? Whoever's in charge, it looks like the world's on the way up. Thinks it's funny how hard you meant to improve things, no matter the result. Wonders why you bother with the Myriad. They don't care for her poppets. Too bent on real things.
Real things are good. I'm gonna say I like your puppets because they actually look kind of cool.
Says she can't tell her stories without them. How would they make sense?
I do like her top mods more, I think.
Anyhow, she has funner things
The
to do.
ones on the wall.
Says her name is Maya. She doesn't get a lot of visitors nowadays. There's a Jumbie hex over these parts of the land. She's beyond worry, though, and knows there's a small chance you'll survive. You're all doomed if you don't. Maya won't give up or give in. She thinks it's better to get stitching rather than curse a ripped cloth.
You work with puppets. This place is hexed. Puppets aren't toys. I probably should stay away from puppets aren't toys, so let's go with you work with puppets? Yeah, she works with puppets.
And hers are better than just toys. She's crafted a poppet in defense against the World Eater closest to her, but she needs a sharper pinpricker to make use of it. She's flurfed the poppet already, so there's no need to worry about her wishcraft. It's primed on the World Eater. The only pinpricker worth using is one that was stuck in a haystack. It's a needle like that she needs your help finding.
You need a needle, I'll find it.
Thanks you for trusting in her poppet powers.
They take way too long with the freaking conversations, man. No wonder I can get the freaking quest chain done in one episode. So, the place that we are going to sort of visit, the old barn, is actually one of those places I talked about in the last episode. You can do 80% of it with no problem whatsoever. Oh, shop. He probably sells consumables, but whatever. You can get and this one too, if I'm not mistaken. I think this one needs a side quest as well. I think Wiz sends you here, maybe. I'm not sure. I may be wrong about that one. But my point is, sometimes you have these, these locations where. Oh, whoa! What is this? That's so cool. That looks freaking cool. So you have these locations where you go and get the sweet loot and the I don't know, bio blobs or whatever, and you try to do all of those things, and then you kind of get stuck, right? Like, let me check
Looks good.
the Wong Fu so we can, when did we get? Oh, the carrot, right? And you just get stuck because there's no way for you to move forward, right? Like, I literally spent tens of minutes looking around the goddamn building, trying to figure out a way in. When, what do you know, the last two pieces of loot that you were looking for are actually, behind a door that you can only open if you do a certain quest. And I don't know, man. This hill is so frustrating. We're freaking animals. We should be able to climb this hill. Jesus Christ. Anyway, and yeah, it just, oh, I thought it was going to be much higher. Anyway, yeah, it can be really frustrating, right? Because you don't know if you're doing something wrong. If you're doing something wrong, if that's just the way that it was meant to be, or if it's bugged or like you're just missing a lot of information, I think. And that sucks, if you ask me.
X looks like the cables need to be replugged in steps to match each sequence in order to generate a buzz strong enough to make things happen.
Nope, my bad. There we go.
Nice. That rearrangement should be enough to let enough electric current pass through the board.
So just to give you the example that I mean here, I could do all of these things that you just saw me do and grab some of the loot that you can find inside. I will show you in just a second. But unless you have Maya's quest, there is no way of activating that panel. And there's no way of getting on top of this, basically. And I ran around so much trying to figure out the way forward. And I was just not able to find it. And the only way I could sort of fix this was, and this is actually what I do every time now, like I try to spend just a few minutes on it, and if I can solve it, then I will just go on Google and try to search for the answer, because I'm tired of spending, half an hour trying to
Finding
figure
that
something out
bootlegger is going to be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
just to find out that, hey, by the way, you can't really open that because you don't have, I don't know what. And I think that's really frustrating, and I often wonder why do developers do this in their game. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, the situation that I'm talking about, I actually made it up till here, and well, I even made it up to here, and then I could not get in this side of the barn, which is annoying as hell. So nothing here, nothing in the second one, obviously. Oh, there's actually more than... I thought there was only 3 of them. Wow, really? Is it in the last one that I'm gonna choose? Yep.
That looks
Oh no.
exactly like the pinprick Amaya was talking about.
uh, it was not exactly the last one, but still. So we're still missing 2 pieces of loot, I think. Yeah. Oh no, 3 pieces of loot. Where the hell are they? Oh, so one of them is here. And where else? Oh, what is this? I don't think I've ever seen this shoulder before. But it's kind of meh. So not a big loss there. And I still need one more. Yeah, one more. Is it inside or is it outside though? I'm gonna keep looking around for just a quick second. Maybe I can find it. If not, I'm gonna move on because, like I said previously, that's not what this episode is all about. But we were able to find it, so now we can move on. There's also an old world storage here. Is the monster close? What the hell is that? Oh, it's the I don't even know how to describe that thing. Where was that monster? Because he has to be close by. And I don't think it's on one of these islands. Yeah. I don't remember. He should be really close though, because they're usually right next to the to that thing, to the entrance. It's here? Yeah, I don't really know, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do it, so let's actually teleport back to Maya. And the I don't know if you saw, I mean obviously you saw, she had one of the puppets in her hand, and those are the actual add-ons that I was talking about. Those are the things that you can sort of stick to your weapon and oh.
Kiki Coco Tausi Paso Fipilo Glub.
Maya looks relieved as she's finally able to get to work on the poppet. It'll take some pinpricking to soften up the World Eater.
Wasi Ruma Juana Wa.
Maya says there's a jar roaming in the mushy mire at night. She wants to catch and bind it to a protection poppet.
Masumi Melemelo.
This time she wants to use a Snuggie poppet from an old world automated blind box dispenser to bind the job.
Gardina Ruti Tizi.
Once you've got a Snuggie poppet from a machine, go to the Mushimosh mire and catch the job before you come back here.
Anything to help the tree.
Says being kind can hurt you, but she's happy to take advantage of that.
Oh, thank you. Nice, very nice.
Maya says she'll stick around.
I'll talk to you later.
Understands you have things to do.
Thank you for understanding that, Maya. Jesus Christ, they take so long. So, of course, there's actually this one's pretty close. So now we no, I don't really want to enter the you know, the I was gonna say the Lotus Tribe Fortress, but technically it's the Myriad Tribe Fortress now. I'm not even sure. I mean, I understand the fact that they you know, we conquered the tribe, but I don't know if that means that it belongs to us now, or it just means that they joined our cause of saving the World Tree. You know what I mean? So let's zap those guys and those guys, because there's, I think, two groups of enemies. Wasn't there? Oh, there he is. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I just got slapped. And we are done with this. So this is kind of what I was talking about. In this area, we can find this building, and actually let's grab the loot first, and I will just show you the door that I'm talking about. I actually showed it to you guys in the last episode, but I want to show you exactly what I mean in terms of loot. So we get a bunch of stuff, nothing interesting probably. So this is the imagine I explored this whole area. This is just like the old barn that we've been into. Explored this whole area, grabbed every piece of loot, and I was still missing something from the list. And as soon as I would get here, I would be able to see that circle inside. Can you see it? The one right there. And I was so frustrated because I felt like I knew where the loot is, but I just did not have access to it. And I think that is a pretty bad concept used in a game. It does nothing but frustrate the player, right? Nothing in this house? Then why am I here? Oh, there it is. Like I said, I'm gonna be going through loot really fast because I want to make sure we have the time to go through everything, and I will only stop if only if there's something important. That's what I mean. Like a unique piece of loot or whatever.
Today, even if its message is getting old.
And actually, I don't think I'm even gonna finish this area. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think there's anything too difficult to it apart from this stupid quest. Oh, come on. There we go. So I already took that one, so let's go straight for the... Oh, come on. It's fine. There we go. We finally made it across. I'm just gonna pick up what I find. Like, this is a pretty cool shoulder in terms of energy regen. I'm just gonna grab like literally what's next to me, and I think that will be enough. And I'm gonna go straight down and show you guys the items. Oh, and it's a 6 again. That pisses me off so much.
Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser.
I'm not sure if 6 is... I think I mentioned this before. I'm not sure if 6 is the
is what you get once it's out of the blind box, that is.
The biggest one that you can find sort of in the wild. I don't know. I think only once or twice I found something that has a 7. Apart, obviously, apart from the, you know, not the legendaries, the sort of the unique weapons. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So we grabbed the puppet that Maya asked us to grab, and now we're actually gonna visit some sort of a graveyard, which I thought was pretty cool. And I actually visited it at night, and there's a lot of fog. You have to, I don't know, do something with some ghosts, and it's pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna try to use the flame gloves in the upcoming battle because I kind of forgot about them. Oh, so it's always kind of foggy and stuff in here. It's actually a lot better looking on, you know, in the dark.
Worth a shot.
And every time you sort of open one of these chests, that's when the skeletons appear. Yeah, so they're pretty much the same thing. The only difference... Oh my god, let me speak. The only big difference is that they have fire instead of, you know, instead of the lightning. But other than that, I don't know if there's that much of a big difference. So we're gonna continue with our side powers. Oh, I activated by mistake the mucus bubble.
There's always a next time.
And this one wasn't it, so I guess we kill some more residents. I guess we could call them. And I don't know if kill is the right word, but you know what I mean. Oh, and this is the big guy. What am I pressing? And that was it.
There's the job.
There we go. I should have waited a little bit longer, but I was actually kind of caught off by by surprise. What we picked up is kind of a blue, a ghost-looking thingy. I'm sorry, I caught it so fast. I sort of just reacted, and you know, did not actually think about it. And now, should we? Nah, we're too close to teleport. I think this is the last quest for Maya, if I'm not mistaken. And we actually still have time to go for the shark as well, which is pretty cool.
Ziwa runatini ninawi.
Maya looks intrigued. It's the first time someone's been able to bind a jarb to a poppet, and she has no doubt the Snuggie did the trick.
Tawantani tausikauro.
Maya says she's managed to pile up quite a collection of poppets over the years.
Koritani folani.
She once made a special Barbo poppet for her friend Lump. He said it was the only one he'd ever met that loved cookies as much as him.
Wasi ruma kwanawa.
Maya says she's convinced there's a poppet waiting for you, too.
A puppet for me?
Masumi melemelo.
Thinks everyone important has a poppet waiting to bond with them.
Bam! Ultimate puppet. And the Oogie puppet. So it's an add-on, it has a 3% critical strike chance. Pretty cool.
Mina rusani da.
Maya says put a pin in it. She's not going anywhere soon.
And she also sells the same one plus some of the other ones that she has. Pretty cool. I really like that. Now, actually, let me show you the where is it? So let's just say we're gonna. Does it have any add-ons? Yes, it has one. Let's modify it, and it looks like that. It's weird, obviously, but kind of cool as well. Now, we are going to go for where was that guy? Oh, he's here, I think. I mean, here, not here, but around here. Yeah, well, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to pause the video here, and I'm gonna go all the way here, so that you guys don't have to, you know, wait for me to just walk around for a freaking 20 minutes or whatever. So I will see you guys in just a second, technically. Ooh, that was a long journey. So here we are, guys. We were at Maya's, and now we are here. And we're gonna start the question that Gil gives us. And before I actually do that, I wanna recommend you guys complete this area. It has a ton of loot in it, and more than that, it has a really cool toxic pistol that shoots, I think, a rocket every 4 shots of fired with that pistol. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. It's a pretty cool weapon. Let's talk to Gil.
Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot of things wash up on his miniature shore, but nothing as exciting as you.
You swim in that? You like the surf? Hard to clean in that. Yep, hard to get clean in that. Let's go with you swim in that.
Claims to have been born swimming, but he must flap-flop clear of it during these dark days. It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo future. But which way are you going now? With the flow or against? It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world if you let it sweep you away.
Life lesson, boys. Life lesson.
Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty. Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to pick the right one, but you don't really know which one that is until you're on top of it. Better to ride a wave than let the perfect one pass you by.
You can control a wave. What if you pick the wrong one? Let's go with what if you pick the wrong one.
Seems to him that there's always another wave coming along. Can't imagine how wonderful it's going to be to surf on gooless goo. The world is going to live. Can't thank you enough for fighting against the goo. Happy you ride alongside the myriad. They bring a real shine to everything they work with.
We don't ride, we work. It's the light. Yeah, let's go with it's the light.
Says they shine so bright, they glitter on the waves. But none of that's nearly as important as enjoying the day, right? He never drank from this pond because of the disgusting things done there.
Obviously.
Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air blocked his gills. He figures the Tree of Life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. He said it does drink, as it has no other choice. It's a tree, but it's forced to drink poison.
Do you breathe surf? The surf is poisoning the Tree of Life. We have to drink something. Let's go with the surf is poisoning the Tree of Life.
Claims the surf is poison now. Anything that drinks it becomes poison too, including the Tree of Life. Gil says he feels like a fish out of water because of this, but understands he needs to make a change. He wonders if you know a safe spot, somewhere the water is still clear and unblackened. He says he's ready to get his fingers fished for this. He wants you to lead him to the edge of a place like that, where the surf is see-through, or at least, drinkable.
You better keep up. I'll get you there. Can't let you suffer like this. Let's go with can't let you suffer like this.
Claims to be moved as deeply as a riptide wave by the way you care.
Okay, well, let's lead him to the water. Oh my god, that was so close. That would have been the weirdest death possible. So, before we actually get to get the quest for the what is the call for the whale fish guy, we first have to help him with I don't know if it's just one quest or if it's multiple quests. But after that we will have to cross the map all over again so that we can get to the actual mount location. So that's pretty much it. We're not going to go into the into this area, so we're gonna try to focus on just this quest. So let's give it a try. This is one of the few quests where you actually have to, walk with an NPC. But at least this guy kind of follows you. You don't have to follow him. In that awkward, you move too fast, he moves too slow, and you have to run, then stop, then run, then stop, and that kind of thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you've ever played a video game, you've probably stumbled upon the upon this problem. And we're gonna ignore everything. We're gonna take this bio point. Whoa. Perfect. And still we're still I'm not really far away, but it's gonna take a little bit to get there, and we're gonna have to fight some more enemies. He's following us, so that's good. Oh, come on. I hate that shotguns can interrupt my attacks. It's freaking annoying. Let's open this chest since we're here. And yeah, why not? Let's grab the one at the top as well. By the way, I think this is the first time you see me in this area. This is a pretty cool area. I really enjoy it. So this is the northwest sort of side of the map. I think it's freaking cool. A lot of big trees and rivers and vegetation and stuff like that. I really like it. Come on, bro. Here's your clean body of water. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? I forgot about this guy. What the freaking hell? That really caught me by surprise. Get out of here. Oh, come on. Okay, so... There you go, fish.
Must fish with which Gil clearly has his head above the surface now that his fish is in the water, and asks you to find and free the Wee Gargantua from the bandits now that you're on a roll, saving surfing creatures. Gil says he feels he owes you something, but understands you have no time to spill as the fate of the world is at stake. But he's found lots of waste when exploring the land in search of clear surf. He's happy to give you the bearings when you have time. He's sure you'll find something of value if you swim that way.
Swim that way. I don't have time. What kind of waste? You were an explorer? Sure, let's go with that.
Says when the waters got so bad he didn't have any choice, but he waited too late to succeed. Without you, that is. Gil is always ready to help.
Show me what you've got. So he has some clothes. Ranged, nothing good. Melee, nothing good. By the way, when I see nothing good, I usually kind of just look at the the element on it. I love elemental weapons in general, and I kind of decided that if I'm gonna play something, then it's gonna be something with elemental, and if I'm gonna play something with elemental, I'm going to play with electricity on this character, obviously.
That ain't bad.
And I'm most likely only going to use, so let me show you where I need to go. That's literally on the other side of the freaking map. It's a giant diagonal. So let's go here, and I think we're just gonna use the Google Eye to get there. Yeah, so I love elemental weapons. I love playing with elemental weapons because we are on Biomutant. I will only either play with the spark gloves or with an electric weapon. But in general, on my other characters, I try to get all of them to be a level 7 elemental weapons. First of all, because there's a huge difference between level 6 and level 7. Level 6 is 50 and level 7 is 125. Oh, I pressed on all of them except the one that I actually needed. And so yeah, it's almost 3 times the damage from one level to another. And I don't know, I kind of wanna pick up the best that I can get, basically, and just not worry about it afterwards. Because so far, at least, I've never found a way to get the elemental part of the weapon to level up. I understand how to upgrade a weapon, how to build a weapon, and all of that, but I don't think there's a way. Oh, really? It's a level 2 serve? Okay. Let's try to go this way then. But I still have not found a way to level up the elemental. I don't think you even can. And if you ask me, that's a pretty big mistake on their part. I think... oh, come on. I think, one, you should have been able to add and change elements on a weapon. Kind of like if you're thinking about... Oh, I don't know. Let's say we're talking about the lightsaber, right?
Still
Like
have some good stuff in it.
like in a lightsaber's components, one of the things you could add, and one of the things that really mattered towards the color of the
dangerous critters for sure.
towards the color of the lightsaber was the lightsaber crystal, and that's kind of the part that you could change, right, from a lightsaber. And I think the system should have been something similar to that here. Maybe the element is connected to a certain stone, and one stone is radioactive and the other one is charged with electricity, and you know, that kind of stuff. And you could just glue that on the weapon like you glue everything else, basically like a top mod, like a muzzle, and or a handle, and so on and so forth. And I think that would have been a really cool system, because that way, you know, maybe I absolutely love this, what is this, the I don't know, that knife thing in my hand, and I would like to have it as an electric weapon, but you can't really do that, right? Unless, of course, unless you find one that has electric on it. And same thing goes for the elemental power of that weapon as well. I think it makes no sense to, you know, not have a not have a way of leveling up that elemental power, because if you look at the game as a whole, it actually gives you a lot of ways to, you know, oh my god, I took so much damage. It actually gives you a lot of ways to get any piece of gear to a higher level, right? Like you can upgrade sort of anything in the game apart for that freaking elemental power. I'm not sure I understand that. And because of that, and because the fact that you cannot add elemental power to a weapon, I don't use half of the things that I find. Not half, like 90% of the things that I find. You know, because maybe I like how the weapon looks, but either the element is too weak, or it doesn't have an element, or it doesn't have the element that I want to play with. And that frustrates me like so much. I don't understand why you would restrict your players like that. Just let them dream, let them do whatever they enjoy. Anyway, I'm sorry. I sometimes I go on these rants, but my heart is in the right place, right? Like, come on, guys, you are right there. Just do the right thing. So I'm sure there's quite a lot of loot in this place. Well, actually, I think we grabbed most of it, and there's probably something up here. So let's go grab that. Oh, I was expecting like 5 chests here, but never mind. We got a freaking screw or a nail or whatever that was. It's fine. It's okay. Okay, so be with you in just a second, my friend. So this, guys, this is a mount. Can you freaking believe that? This is a freaking mount. That's so freaking cool. Let's release him before he dies. So the Wee Gargantua is what he's called.
You undid the knot-o-ma-jig. Run, Wee Gargantua. You're free.
And now I told him to run, but he's gonna just wait for us patiently there, and just like that we have a new friend. And he looks amazing. Look at this guy. That's so freaking cool, man. Come on. You just... There's no way you can make this stuff up. Like, this is just... Oh my god. This is... I'm speechless. The first time that I found him, I was blown away. Like, you're freaking swimming on a furry shark whale looking thing in the freaking water, and there's no restriction for it. See, I can get into level 2 water, I can do whatever the hell I want. This is so freaking cool. I love this. I love the fact that this exists in the game. I think it's awesome. But one thing that I don't like about it, because of course, why would you go to 100% awesomeness when you can just stop at 90% awesomeness, is that with this guy you cannot grab loot like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, only the Googlite has the you know, the system with the whatever hook that moves the object, and the net that grabs the loot that's at the bottom of the whatever lake, sea, ocean this is meant to be. Don't get me wrong, I can sort of understand the logic behind it, like that's a machinery and it has equipment on it and whatnot, but come on, man. I'm just enjoying a ride on my freaking whale here. Just let me pick up that loot. I don't know, maybe do it differently, you know, maybe this guy can smash through this, right? Because he's a giant boy. And maybe, I don't know, you can dive and he can grab it with his mouth and bring it to surface, or like there's things you can do, right? Even if you don't want to give it the exact same ability of you know, having a freaking hook and a net, you can still do something that represents the exact same thing, but it is done differently. And this thing with smashing and diving in to get the item is just something that I came up right now, like on the spot. With, I don't know, 5 minutes to an hour of thinking, you can probably find something even better. So I'm not sure why they stopped, you know, without giving him those kind of abilities. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but whatever. So, with this being said, guys, thank you so much for enjoying. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for joining me in this adventure, and I will see you next time. Take care.